We need a break from the assholes over at Glenn Beck's show at the Blaze and Laura Ingrams of the world, because in the middle of this on Newsmax, Mike Lindell goes on to tell everybody that his favorite quote right now, Fox News shouldn't even be a weather channel, because he thinks this is a great gag, and he's been going back to it. Yeah. Biden praises airlift, defends departure from, quote, forever war, by the way, is running across the bottom.
Big tech censorship striking again, this time taking aim at a grieving mother. Instagram shutting down.
Mother of Marine mistakenly restricted from Instagram. Mistakenly?
Account of Shauna Chappelle, the mother of 20-year-old U.S. Marine Kareem Nakui, who was killed in last week's Kabul terrorist attack. Chappelle says her account was temporarily banned after she ripped Biden online for checking his watch several times during the transfer ceremony, which is supposed to be a solemn ceremony. Chappelle's account has since been restored, with Instagram calling.
If he did it several times, Salcido, if he did it several times, why are you playing a loop? If he did it all throughout, play clip after clip after clip. That camera didn't move. That camera was there the whole time. That's a loop. We're seeing the exact same thing.
Account ban and error. Joining me now is CEO and
that's a loop. That's a loop. You're playing the same fucking thing.
Of My Pillow, Mike Lindell. Mike, it is always fantastic.
Same loop.
To see you. And this is just one example of many examples out there of big tech censorship against anyone that goes against socialists. This is why I think we need more.
Anyone that goes against socialists? So it's socialist to check your watch is now the thing.
Pro-American social media platforms, like frankspeech.com, for example.
Yeah, totally, like frankspeech.com, which Salcido is not being paid to promote at all, promise.
To stand up to big tech tyranny. What say you?
Right, and that you're exactly right.
You're so right.
Where does it end with the censorship? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's even worse is when you make a.
Well, you're on the Newsmax YouTube channel, so obviously. That's a good time to remind everybody. Fwank.com, FWANQ.com. Don't forget to subscribe if you use Amazon Prime.
Platform like we did with frankspeech.com, and I put out advertising all over our country, and Fox bans the ad. So they don't even.
Well, no, they banned the ad for your 3-day symposium because it would violate the terms of them not being sued by Dominion and Smartmatic. But you don't give a fuck about the people at Fox. You just want them to do your bidding, and you also think you have a right to their microphone, which is even weirder.
I want you to have a platform of frank speech, and and they're the only ones that banned it. Everyone else has accepted it.
Sorry, why was my Satanism account banned at Frank Speech? I mean, let's say I was to sign up for Frank Speech and post only quotes from the Satanic Bible just as a gag. Is there a reason why on a total free speech network it would be removed?
NBC, Newsmax, OAN, everybody.
Theoretically.
Fox bans, when you start banning platform or banning even getting directional ads to go to platforms. But where does it end, everybody? This is the censorship in our country. And, we have what Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg and those guys have done it.
You got to have your anti-Semitic Jews like money nickname thrown in there. I mean, he hasn't come up with one for Dorsey. But Zuckerberg and Suckabuck it's too sweet to pass up, Jews and money and Jew money thing. And, yeah, that's where Suckabuck comes from. Don't kid yourself for a second. The Suckabuck thing is not about him being fake news or any of that kind of stuff. That is an anti-Semitic trope that he just is stuck on and likes. Just count on it.
These guys it's showing right now what's going on, and these guys have exposed themselves. They're not going to, we're not going to let them.
You're thinking of Jeffrey Toobin.
Stop us from hearing our voices, and that's why you have.
Yes, no one is going to stop me from hearing my own voice. Even the people at Twitter cannot stop me from hearing my own voice. If Twitter ever tries to stop me from singing in the shower,
platforms.
I'm going to change the locks, quite frankly. I don't know how they got in here.
Built in. One of the things when I built frankspeech.com, all of the people that were censored, it's like the perfect timing in history. You have all these people that were censored on YouTube and Vimeo and those places where they relied on that for their income, and Facebook and Twitter. I mean, any place you relied on ads within your own little
yes, you were making money on their platform while encouraging people to do harm to themselves. And because it's their platform and it's a money-making endeavor, and you being on there might affect their ability to have other people make money or have their sites make money, or quite frankly, for viewers to be turned off from their site, they decided to tell you to go pound sand because it's a private industry. It's not a public utility. YouTube is not fucking water.
Whatever you had, videos or whatever you had going on, and your podcasts and so on. Well, now they've come over to Frank Speech because they have a platform where they can speak out, and not only what they want to talk about, but they're not, they don't have to worry about losing that platform. When I built Frank.
No, if you go on there and you want to make some money selling ads for, selling, satanic paraphernalia or child porn or anything, you don't have to worry about him interrupting you. This is like if ISIS wants to go on there, like everybody has the right to free speech. And if you want to make and sell child pornography, Frank Speech is the place to go. I mean, I don't know why else where else would you want to go?
Speech. I had to make sure I didn't use your Apple, your Amazons, and any of this. I had to buy all my own servers. It has to be so protective now to get a safe platform. But shame on Fox. I can't say that enough. Shame on Fox.
Yeah, keep saying it. It's one of the reasons why I like your clips, Mike. Yeah, fuck Fox. Fox is shit. Shit, Fox. I'll say all the bad words. You can't. The naughty words. Fox sucks. Fucking Fox. Oh, Fox. Oh, you know what I think of Fox? Here's what I think of Fox. There you go. Here's your Fox. That's it. Fox. Fox. Oh, there you go.
They won't even give me an ad to advertise coming over to Frank Speech.
It's weird because it would violate the agreement they made to not be sued for $1.3 billion. I don't know why anybody would pass up on $50 million if it meant them losing $1.3 billion. Who would make that? I don't even know. Do they even math?
See, you gave me some new information. I had no idea that ABC and all the others had accepted, but it's only Fox targeting you.
Only Fox.
I mean, why do you?
Yeah, the rest of them aren't being sued. They didn't actually, they're separate from their commercials. They don't have the people from those commercials on, so they have a very direct line between the sales department and the news department, and there's no overlap. So therefore, anybody who's fucked around by, if somebody sues, that catheter company, they don't have to worry about it. It's not, it doesn't. None of the hosts on the show said these are the catheters I use. They're fantastic. While they still work at the network, anyways. Whereas when it comes to Mike Lindell's thing, they've had him on as a guest. They carried his message about Smartmatic and Dominion. It resulted in them getting a lawsuit filed against him. They didn't have him on as a guest anymore. Part of the agreement was they wouldn't help carry his message forward. They tried to get around it a couple of times. They got hit, and so they decided not to run the ad because it would cost them $1.3 billion. So fuck you. Buy a billboard.
What does Fox have it in it for you? I mean, do they not believe in?
They don't. They just don't want to lose $1 billion.
Speech over there anymore?
$1 million a week, and it costs My Pillow. We're direct sales, so it costs me a lot of money. But
boo fuckity who. It would cost them $1 billion.
This is about our principles, everybody. And
no, it really isn't. Fox doesn't have any principles. It's about $1 billion.
You're going to censor a platform, because what are they afraid of?
No, they didn't censor a fucking platform. You don't have to, anybody who isn't running ads for your platform is not censoring your fucking platform. They're not going to your platform and stopping people from talking. They're just not directing people to it. I don't know where this sense of entitlement comes from these assholes. They're censoring me by not helping me sell my shit. What? It's like it's like many of the times I've had hit shows on networks. It's like if I said the other networks aren't playing my show on their network, they're censoring VH1's I Love the 80s by not running I Love the 80s on CBS. What are you talking about? You have no right. None. It is a private industry. You guys used to believe in that shit. And because they have the right to cut you off on their network, they don't have the right to go over to your shit and mess with you. It is totally socialism. This is the closest thing to socialism we actually have going on, is these assholes wanting the government, to force private industry to carry the messages of people friendly to the former president.
Competition, maybe so. I'll tell you what.
No, they're not afraid of competition. They don't want to lose $1 billion.
Fox shouldn't even be a weather channel, because if they were, I would be afraid they wouldn't report an oncoming storm. They have all these restrictions of what they let people talk about.
Well, at least Salcido laughed. I would be afraid they wouldn't report an oncoming storm. Well, no, I mean, if you want to make an analogy, I hate to help you out, but let's say Fox is a weather channel, and your concern would be that they don't want to sell your umbrellas made of keys to people in lightning storms, because other people had died being electrocuted, and they made an agreement to settle out of court that they wouldn't air your ads for your key umbrellas. Fuck, this is dumb.
And that's what's hurting our country, when journalists can't be journalists, and all this censorship going on.
Journalists don't have anything to do with the ads run on the network.
It's just disgusting. And
it's disgusting that Stormfront can't run ads on Fox News. I mean, do they even free speech, bro?
You look at Newsmax, when you guys said OAN and everybody else said ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, all of them accepts the ad. And then Fox does not accept it. You got to ask yourself.
Well, Newsmax got sued, and so did OAN the day of your symposium, because they had made the same agreement. At least Newsmax had. They made the same agreement and violated the same agreement.
Why? Everybody knows that stuff that, I'm very outspoken. I'll talk to you about anything. You want to know it? But Fox they have no right to ban my ads that I've had.
They're not banning your ads. They're just not carrying them. Fox isn't stopping any of these other networks. What do you mean banning ads? Since when do these assholes owe you anything?
Biggest advertiser, I think, for years. And then all of a sudden I can't advertise about it.
Excuse me. The pilot who's in the catheter ads would beg to differ if he could get his fly open.
Platform? That's shameful. Shameful.
I don't get it. Former President Donald J. Trump remains banned on all social media platforms, but you continue to see a lot of support out there at his rallies. And you attended his rally in Alabama, where I think it was 50,000 folks attended. Now, as Joe Biden continues to screw things up at home and abroad, do you anticipate that President Trump's rallies are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah, huge. They're going to huge. Well, there is that thing that, I mean, they might grow a little bit, but of course, every time he has one, some of the people die from COVID. It's called the Herman Cain effect. So I think it kind of balances out, They add one, lose two.
I heard it was 68,000. But we don't want to get fact checked by the fake news fact checkers at Facebook. So we'll go with 50. I spoke at that rally too, and it's amazing. I'll tell you what, if you're if you're a Republican out there, you better get behind Donald Trump because we.
Because if you're in front of him, he'll and you're female, he'll grab you by the genitals, and if you're in front and if you're male, he'll just breathe on you. Not that, being behind him is any better.
Candidates now that are for the people. Since I've gotten involved in politics, it's shameful when you have politicians that you have problem solution and they make a decision based on either a political agenda or a personal agenda. Decisions need to be.
Well, a political agenda would be the people that elected them want something to happen. Like, I don't know. I tell you, like, you get elected running on getting out of Afghanistan, and you say you're going to, and politically, that's how you win, and then you don't. Because someone inside tells you that if you try to leave, there's going to be deaths, and it's going to look like a mess, and it'll be on your watch, and there's just no way to avoid it. So you stay in because you don't want to look like shit, which would also be another political decision.
For the people. And I think that's
Still laughing about key umbrellas. I think that's a sound analogy.
You're going to this big movement for our great president Donald Trump is he made decisions that he knew.
Oh, hallow his name. All right.
They would manifest out to help all people. Look what we have in office now. Every decision coming out of D.C. hurts people. It actually hurts people. You can take every single executive order and line them up like cordwood. Every one of them hurts people, all people.
Like cordwood? You mean cords of wood?
Democrats, Republicans, everybody. It doesn't help anybody except for maybe foreign countries like China.
Foreign countries like China. So the rescue plan, not helping anybody. The infrastructure plan, not helping anybody. Leaving Afghanistan, not helping anybody. I mean, obviously, you'd have to prove a negative that if we stayed forever, there wouldn't ever be another soldier killed in Afghanistan for no reason.
I know, Mike, I can't name one thing that Biden has done positively for the United States. He's done plenty for the Taliban. He's done plenty for China.
I don't know. Let's see what American. Learn more about how to access your benefits from the American Rescue Plan here. I need help finding a vaccine. I need help getting health care coverage. I need help buying food. I have kids. I need help with rent. I lost my job. I want to offer my employees paid time off for vaccines. I need help getting a rescue payment. My small business needs help. Let's see if it happens there. Learn how to get financial assistance for your small business. Click right there. Takes you to treasury.gov. Assistance for small business. There's small business tax credit programs, emergency capital investment programs, paycheck protection program. That's all in the U.S. Department. I mean, this is all in the rescue package, which, Republicans largely against. China. I mean, there's a lot, but.
And foreign countries, but I can't name one positive thing for America. Let's see, frankspeech.com. Frank Speech, see, Fox, it isn't that hard.
Yeah, see, I'm just selling it. See, Fox, it isn't that hard. All you do is say what Mike Pillow is paying you to say.
frankspeech.com. I can say it. Why can't they say it? Mike Lindell, thank you.
Because they're not being paid to do it, and it would violate their agreement not to. God damn it.
It's always great talking with you, sir. We'll talk again soon.
Hi, I'm a Reckenberg.
Yeah, it's so great. It's always great. It's always great. It is always great.